Hello, my tender beauties. One moment, I have to set everything up. I'm having an energy drink at 7 o'clock, but it doesn't seem wise. Also, I can't afford not to because normally I fucking fall asleep in streams. You've heard me yawn before. I've been working on my novel. I really want to finish it this year. Thinking of really good stuff to put in there. Okay, something went wrong. Now it closed itself. Why would it do that? Well, you ever try to have a conversation with someone who will not stop yapping while you're trying to talk and they don't take a fucking hint? To the point where if there's any dead air, like between your words, they'll try to force some of their words into there also, and they don't take the clue that the fact that they're speaking intermittently, as are you, and your two lines of conversation are fitting together like a zipper, or like a jigsaw puzzle, is not good. Is not how conversation is supposed to work. It's supposed to be turn based, and they're supposed to stop talking, close their mouth, and stop talking while you're talking, so that you don't talk over one another. And you can't be violent. You don't want to go to prison, but there are people who just were not correctly socialized with respect to conversational etiquette by presumably negligent parents who did not teach them how to communicate like a human. That's one of the few things that really gets under my skin. I don't emote a lot, but that if you gotta make me angry, that's how you do it. Just talk over me and over me, and often there's like a glimmer of consciousness in their eyes when you are able to speak again, and you just pick up where you left off, and their brain puts the pieces together and realizes, oh, he's still talking about that thing he was talking about when I interrupted him. That's what happened. He's that slow compared to me. Is probably how they think of it or frame it as a good thing. No man can live at that speed. Just wait. Be quiet and wait for me to fucking say my thing and for the gears in my brain to work. I don't want to do Lost and Random. I want to do more David Bowie. Would you fucking work? Apparently, I bought this mouse and thought I was getting a great deal. It has a known flaky scroll wheel where you have to compress air, blow stuff out of it. It's like an optical scroll wheel, which I didn't know was a thing that existed until recently. That's not something you want to be optical, because if hair gets in there, then it scrolls up sometimes when you're meaning to scroll. Why would you do that optically? Maybe it uses the same laser or some shit? I don't know. I love that they did this game justice with the remaster, but I hate that they just gave up on it and it will never ever get any further updates. Because it'll never get ultra wide. I understand they can't fix the frame rate. I can tolerate that. But an ultra wide update would be really appreciated. They were also apparently going to do a remaster at one point, but they balked at the cost. They're like, no, it was originally, I think, a promotional thing for the Windows Store. Just to have exclusive content you can only get on the Windows Store. It's still very pretty for what it is. And running it in 1080p at least really helps it shine. And I guess it makes more sense and looks better on the console, the Xbone console, which it's also available on. This is kind of Japanese Quake 3. Let me cook. In that the single player mostly serves the purpose of teaching you how to play the multiplayer. And it really is just a multiplayer hub for selecting levels and doing different tutorial levels to learn how to use the abilities. It's an arena shooter. That's what it is. It's just third person because first person isn't popular in Japan because they're very character focused. They want to know who they're playing as. They want their guy to look cool and to be able to look at their character and see his cool fucking outfit and shit. So it's third person, but you collect weapons that are lying around on the ground. They have different effects. You have defensive weapons, you have offensive weapons, you have different ranged weapons. You have a couple of different arenas. It doesn't map 1-to-1, but it's pretty... I want to say it's pretty close. It has aspects of Quake 3, Mario Kart, and fighting games. It's a pretty interesting synthesis. I made a breakthrough in my novel, figuring out what the fuck happens to get them to Crater Town. It's not too easy. You never want shit to be too easy because then there's no story. Things have to go wrong frequently, so they have problems to overcome. Namely, they arrive at the stadium airfield and they charter a flight on the Goodyear blimp, which one of the new characters stole and repaired and refurbished. And it's no longer a helium airship if it ever was. I assume it was, because nobody can get helium anymore. It's hydrogen because you can still make hydrogen from oil. There's a bunch of ways to make hydrogen, including electrolysis. So, Vincenzo, this aircraft autist, who recovers antique aircraft or builds experimental ones and flies them, and doesn't really care about the ethical cost of where the fuel comes from. He, I want to say, cheated his fuel hookups. I want to say Jinn. They're porphyric vampire type creatures. They're like orcs. Orcs crossed with the Shining Chrome cult of Immortan Joe from Mad Max. And he had been giving them silver coins that were really just silver plated iron. And they didn't know any better because they're brain rotted. But under Gradolf, he noticed that right away, and so they shot his blimp down. They landed in the plague lands, and the plague lands are like machine cancer. The plague lands are what happens when a self-replicating robot doesn't replicate discreetly, as in like one full copy at a time. It's like that thing you had as a kid that would extrude Play-Doh, where you push down on the lever and the Play-Doh just comes out as a continuous turd. It's like that, but with machinery. It just kept replicating and replicating and replicating out of its fabricator. It's like a 3D printer. In a contiguous way, and it just grew and grew and grew into a giant mass that was ever expanding, with more and more fabricators, and at intervals there were solar panels to power the recent growth. So it just blankets the desert and serves as an ecosystem for some of the different species of robot that persist in this world. It's like their natural habitat. An ecosystem nature never intended. It's toxic to humans. The air there is filled with toxic gases that are byproducts of the constant replication. And the sand is toxic. So that they can't survive down there without air. They had air tanks and respirator, like gas masks, on the blimp, which when they get shot down at like the Hindenburg, not everybody died on the Hindenburg. Some people lived, so I consider it plausible. They dive out, they roll down a dune, but now they have 1 hour of fresh air, and they're in a clearing in the machine growth, which grew over a desert town. They found a robot. I thought we were already fighting robots. So now they don't have a blimp anymore. And Vincenzo's pissed. But they're in the machine growth infested ruins of a desert town where none of the cars work because they're hundreds of years old. But there's the remains of a recently abandoned convoy, some of which are useless because they run on wood gas, but some of the buggies run on diesel, which Vincenzo remembered to retrieve from the wreckage of the blimp as it went down. So he gasses it up, and they fight some demons that come out of the machine growth as he's fixing it. And they all pile into it, which has only 2 seats, so 2 of them have to hang off the sides, and the children ride in the cargo basket. So they're hanging out the sides of this buggy, swinging their swords at robots as they cross paths. And it's all well and good until the air runs out, and they're just near the edge of the plague lands. So they have to hold their breath for the last couple hundred feet. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Hang on, I gotta cuddle my cat. Y'all remember when I would cuddle Jenny during breaks? Because I always said to myself, Jenny Cat's gonna die one day. And if I ignore her to play video games at any point in her life when I could have cuddled her instead, I would forever regret it when she was gone. And I'm glad I didn't do that. In retrospect, I'm really glad that every time she wanted affection, I was there. I dropped what I was doing and gave her affection. Because now she is gone. But I know that there was never a time when she wanted affection from me and didn't get it. So anyway, the fucking buggy runs out of fuel. And they're being chased by the slowest opponent in history, a bucket wheel excavator. So they walk a mile, then they rest, and then the bucket wheel excavator creeps closer. They walk a mile, they rest, the bucket wheel excavator creeps closer. It's like that scene in Austin Powers where the steamroller is heading for that guy and he's like, no! But it's like 100 feet from him and he has ample time to move. Hello, Cuddle Cat. What do you want? You lumbering beast. You black goat of 1,000 young. You hairy demon of the wood. She's getting chubby. She's not fat all over, she's just fat in the middle. She's got a really ungainly, unaesthetic distribution of body fat. Like a baked potato and toothpicks. That's right, I'm talking shit about you. Hello. Hello. You have a fuzzy little noggin with a walnut brain. Your noggin is like a little fuzzy kiwi. Come here, walnut brain. Could you please hunker down? Or just hop off my lap, now that you got what you want from me. So the plan for the story is that they make it to the Crater Town, which is a crater that's been capped over by an organic dome, because the inside is just a biotech madness colony, and the dome is a membranous. It's like made out of petals that, like a flower, that open at night to admit cool air and to charge off of moonlight. I gotta have at least one dome, just like I shoehorned in Flettner effect airplanes and underwater habitats. But it's crucial that it opens like the retractable stadium, because it's for symmetry and symbolism of the machine world and the organic world. Because in order to go back home and escape, they grow an organic blimp. Inside, at the very heart of the colony, is an organic 3D printer, called Ashura's Womb, which has a brain of some kind because it interprets whatever you put into it. That's a machine, and creates an organic copy, or at least seeds to grow it. So they recover blimp wreckage and they put it in Ashura's womb, and then it gives them a seed which they plant, and it sprouts into a little baby organic floating dirigible, which grows and grows and grows until it's too large, and they have to open up the canopy for it to let it out. And that's how they make their exit. I thought at first this is too fantastical, but then I remembered, hey dumbass, you're writing fantasy. Fantasy probably should be fantastical. our goal? We're supposed to beat it? So I need to figure out a way that's not really transparent to have the lore dump happen. Like, I need a new character who introduces them to Crater Town. I'm tired of new characters. I wrote too many of them in, and now I need dialogue for them all. I wrote in Marisol, and she has she is from Henry's Hammers, which is a group of religious zealots inspired by Declan. So she has a vow of silence, which is my excuse for why I don't have to read any dialogue for her. She's just the scribe who has some funny gags to do with her being easily overlooked and startling the main character and kind of being a little creep. I'm relying on you for the rest of it. So I have to have... Every fantasy story needs two things. A funny little hairy fella. Basically just a monkey pal, which is what Torbenwaft is. And a sick-ass wizard fight between two opposing elemental wizards. And how that's going to happen is that they're going to be scooped up by the bucket wheel excavator. Hang on, I got to write some changes. I could get that over with faster. I could have that happen on the way to the dome if I wanted to condense the story. I wonder if that's... That'd be too quick. That'd be too fast, though. There wouldn't be any time for drama. How do I research? I think I need to give them a chance to see more of the enemy before they defeat the main guy. It would be really abrupt to introduce him in the same chapter that he's killed. I can't get over that you actually ore farm in this. Also, how much more fun this is than Lost in Random. This is a proper game of the sort that they used to make, where the focus is on the gameplay and learning how to play it well. If this looks decent to you, imagine how it looked on Xbox. The OG Xbox. This looked like $1 million fucking dollars. Probably wise to separate our resources, so it's not frustrating when your partner's constantly eating up your items. Stencil shadows. I don't see any. Still don't see any shaders. That counts, I guess. We beat the shit out of it. We didn't research anything. We have a pet robot now. That's pretty sick. It'll be Kino if we find him just vibing in the base with us somewhere. Close right there. Let's see. It's the end. What should I do? Fight a guy. They're getting really aggressive. It's not inherently stupid AI. It's been gimped until now. Now it's a lot more intelligent than it was. They mentioned there are people without psychic powers in the tunnels below us. Is that our food source? Do they just slowly cannibalize each other and we cannibalize them? I realized I can't have him fight Ramiel right away. I was thinking maybe Ramiel sacrifices himself so the rest can get to Crater Town, but then they never find out the Fire Wizard is. Then they never find out the Fire Wizard is Gretel, so it doesn't work. Shit. If you know you're on the right track, everything comes together in only one way. Unless he doesn't die there. Unless the Fire Wizard... No, he has to die there. I'm really liking Terran, though. He's kind of a Monkey D. Luffy kind of protagonist. And then he's a lovable dummy who has his heart in the right place, and he figures things out in his own way most of the time anyhow. Like, he never quite understands what's going on. And he limits himself to the beliefs he was raised with, but they serve him well. They're not exactly wrong. In the world that he lives in, that's the right way to be. No? Really? Egger. No, there's no missions for me? What about you? Not you either? Huh. What about in the lab? Surely I should have been Egger's partner. Here we go. What would the aftermath of a psychic war look like? Maybe that's what the world we're living in this game. I'm always impressing this guy. Damn it, he faked me out. Dead. Double dead. He fell down there. Ha ha ha, that insta kills him. I guess introducing new skills is a good excuse for a battle. So my thinking is they're being chased by Bucket Wheel Excavator slowly towards Crater Town. It would make sense narratively to have Ramiel the Wizard be like, leave me behind, I'll take care of this. And he rides up the bucket. And we have the wizard battle at the top of the excavator. But then the explosion kills Ramiel and Gradolf. And they haven't found out that it's Gradolf yet. He needs more time to aura farm. Gradolf does. He needs more time to be mysterious and menacing. So I'm thinking they make it to Crater Town and the excavator's repelled until they have to go fetch blimp wreckage in order to feed it into Ashura's womb to make an organic blimp. And during that time they get attacked by the excavator. After a bunch of mysterious sightings, and then they can confront Gradolf, and Ramiel battles Gradolf in order to keep him occupied while the others escape. There's a giant explosion which rips apart the structure that holds the wheel onto the excavator, thus neutralizing it, but at the cost of Ramiel's life. I think that works, but it feels like I could crunch it down more. I don't know if that would be for the best. It's like Tetris. Writing is a lot like Tetris, trying to fit everything together in the most efficient way. After you write it, you're like, it could never have been any different. I wish there was more you could do in the hub. Like eat. You should have to recover, and eating and drinking should be how you do that. gonna make it. Nope. That really decides the path of the game? It apparently does. Maybe it's scripted. Or maybe there's really two paths in the game that I've just irreversibly gone down by losing that battle. Lost sheep, huh? He shouldn't have his memories if he's been above ground. Unless it's a lie. You don't really lose your memory. That's a great reach on that technique. Why did he depart? Is there something I don't know about? It's really gonna suck if the rest of the world is normal outside of this, like, out of this side of. If we're in like the zone from not Tarkov, whatever that game is, the one in Russia or Chernobyl, Stalker. If we're in like the only weird part of the world and everywhere else is normal civilization and we're just kept here by our amnesia, wouldn't that be a twist? Wow, it's a twist. Are these waifus? This looks like a boss. It's really fast. It's really fast. It really sucks. Looks like a fucking Quake 2 map. In like a good way though. Do I not get any more skills? Wow, it's really strong. I know not how to fight this one. It also appears I get finite weapon power-ups. That was a good hit. That's the strategy in this game. Well, it would have been better if I'd jumped. Those textures still look good to me. Gotcha. Does it recover health? There's 3 of them, that's right. playing it properly now. Shit, that's hard. I don't know if I can pass that one. I'd like to go back to the hub, please. Fluid in your lungs is no way to live. There's no heal ability in the game. I'll never survive 3 of these. BRB, time to take a shit. Download a brown load. I'm back, baby. Sorry about that. Back to state-of-the-art Xbox gaming from 2004. Will this work? No, I forgot. What is that? Is that a parallax map decal? Or is that level geometry? Because I can walk right over it. It's also shaped the same way every time. I begin to suspect that's not level geometry. But the shadows seem to conform to it. What the fuck were those? Oh, she stole my ability. That's not good. Oh wait, she didn't. Never mind. Nope. We may hit a skill ceiling. This game is basically one long tournament of escalating difficulty, during which time you're supposed to improve your skills and also your loadout. So I may hit a skill ceiling at some point. What do I not need? I haven't seen half of these. Gonna help. Some of the skills weren't appearing because they're a different school, which is what this game calls elemental attack types. She's kind of down on herself. I wonder if she sucks. How does she know what her sins were if she doesn't remember anything? Oh, erase. Erase it. That tracks. That makes sense in the game world that the enemy creatures can erase your memories of certain skills. You slowed down my regen. They could do that? She's very guilty about something. can't have can't have Edgar. Meister's powerful. Why does he stand like that? Do you have to stand like that to be psychic? Cockcoptero or whatever the fuck his name is resilient. Yes, I am Klutz Clown. I'm playing Venom Dust. A masterpiece, an overlooked gem of the sixth console generation. Also kind of an unofficial JoJo's game. Everyone looks like David Bowie. Or skinny jeans. Wow, that's almost all my health in one hit. That guy does not fuck around. I should probably try to take out the other one. Let him take care of it. No! Fucking son of a... God damn it. You bloody son of a bitch. Fuck you, bloody. Bloody fuck you. I don't hear beeping. I got away with that. He didn't do any damage. My abilities are frozen. Surprise, motherfucker! He took all my abilities. Holy shit. That is devastating. They seem to have recovered health too. You okay over there, bro? Running against the table? Damn you. Nope. They're getting really difficult. If I hit a wall past which I can't advance, we might have to go back to the Reddit game. I've been watching a lot of Ririgaki lately, the rat VTuber, excuse me. She became embroiled in controversy because she was baiting racists in order to court controversy, and I guess it worked. She doesn't strike me as a racist person in the least. She just did what Elon Musk did in order to generate press, and it worked. And now everyone's talking about her and attacking her online and in public. But she also has a lot of new viewers, and she has a very delightful, extremely thick French accent. She's a short, raven-haired, human mouse kind of person. She's very small and very unassuming, and just speaks like the most over-the-top caricature of a French woman you've ever heard. Very thick. To the point where I wonder if it's not an affectation. She's one of my top new YouTubers, next to Elf and Psyop. They're all trying to fill the same niche in the VTuber ecosystem, though, which is role-playing as a stinky, autistic girl failure. in order to be more relatable to the kinds of men who watch VTubers. And there can only be so many of those. I don't think either one will totally replace Chibidoki in my heart, though. It's sad that Guro stopped. Guro was a really charming person. I keep coughing fluid out of my lungs. I'll see the doctor when there's blood. So far, no blood. That's the way to do it. Ow, ow, ow. We did it. All that for paint, huh? I guess someone's making a mural. A lot of that was luck. Too much was luck. It's not enough change of scenery either. There should be multiple bunkers, and there should be more arenas than I've seen so far. But again, the point of this game is really the single player just trains you to play multiplayer, which I suppose worked over Xbox Live at one time. Where's Washington? Fair enough. Spokesman, huh? I sure wish I could figure out what is causing my symptoms in this fucking bedroom. Because I have so many filters going on. I replaced the filter in my car, too. I ordered a filter and I got the wrong filters. It was not the cabin filter, it's the engine filter, with nothing on the box to indicate what it was. And then I bought the correct one for the cabin. The one I took out didn't look very dirty at all. It looked a little dirty. How does that change the story? Is that to encourage multiple playthroughs? Hey, baby. I got a Priapism for you to treat. How do you cultivate? Is there like a gym in down here? Everyone seems to be in really good shape, but no one's older than like 30 or 40 at most. Most look like the early 20s. She didn't even fucking treat my priapism. Some doctor or nurse. I guess she's both. They did not want to model a lot and animate a lot of people, huh? Your sleeves are too long. They're like wizard sleeves. Really impractical fashions in the post-apocalypse. Maybe because of amnesia, people forgot how clothing is supposed to be. Like how the British forgot how food is supposed to be. Too late for that. I do. And we're hanging on. I don't want to do this. Why I gotta fight her alone? Can't afford to lose that much health. Can't catch up with her. I need dash. See how these holes are the same shape? Actually, can't tell if they are. Feels so undignified to walk everywhere as a psychic. I should be able to float. Am I wrong? Moves back on itself nicely. Persistent damage to the environment. How did she heal herself? That's not allowed. How come she can heal herself and I can't? Man, this one mission is kicking my ass. So I watched a documentary about William Shatner's creative output recently. I had no idea Tech War had a video. I knew it had a video game. That's all I knew about it. I didn't know it had a comic book. It had a TV show and a movie. More than one movie, potentially. I didn't watch it, the whole thing. Cheesy 80s, 90s, TJ Hooker in Blade Runner world kind of thing. Cyberpunk detective mystery. It's just, they're just busting the drug ring with the drug as VR. It was. He came up with like the basic ideas. I don't think he wrote most of it. But that was the thing that happened. I gotta applaud him for trying to engage popular media more than just with Star Trek. But his ideas were not good, or if what was good about them had already been done better elsewhere. But he didn't just write off video games like a lot of people in his age group did. He tried to do his own, leveraging what he knew from his TV show. Which, I mean, fair enough. It was a really ambitious idea that would have benefited from waiting a while, because a lot of the stuff is now in like Cyberpunk 2077 feature wise. But the AI just wasn't far enough along. I guess also just badly implemented, because the police, it counts any kill, including the bad guys, against you, and so do the cops in the game, in the level. Like you can shoot back at criminals, and the cops still attack you, which is not how that was supposed to work, I don't think. If it had worked the way that it was supposed to, it would have been a marginally better game. Interesting aesthetic in that it had digitized humans for every character. So it had like a Mortal Kombat meets Duke Nukem aesthetic. How dare you? Madam, you took my fucking attacks. I was gonna use those on you. That worked. That's much better. That's much better. That should have hit. Oh, these are the beeps you mean. Whoops. Whoops. It takes away health. That's not fair. It's really easy to fall. I haven't even taken out one of these yet, and I'm already down to the 3rd health. There we go. Two chicks at once isn't as good as it sounds. When they're trying to fucking kill you. They have to come up here for their power-ups, though. That's where her power-ups are. Let's see. This is the best I've done so far. I'm afraid to die. That is not fair. I got no weapons. There's no way I make this. I got no weapons. Oh. That's too many at one time. Come on. Let's get dashed right away this time. I gotta figure out how to lose less health taking down the first one. Yeah, he would have been better at point and click. I'm surprised there were never any 3D point and clicks in the 2.5D engine. It's certainly possible to do, but it seems like those were just FPS engines. I guess there was, I forget the name of it, there was one where you could point and click at stuff, but it also had a gun. Isn't that going well already? We're pretty evenly matched. You got too many shields. What? No, no. You know what? This is way too hard. If it was only one of them, it would be one thing. You mean to tell me these traffic cones have been standing since the apocalypse? It's amazing. There's an unusual amount of woman beating in this game. Here we go. That's my ideal loadout. Oh, I was lucky. Hey, I'm doing pretty well. She's whittled down to 1 health point. And I've got most of my health bar left. Dropping her at the bottom of the world really helped. How dare you! Death. Immediate. She does regenerate. This enemy type does regenerate. Fuck, she stole my best attack. Could you fuck off? I just killed one of you. Why do I have to fight 3? This game is bullshit. Leave me alone. All I did was kill your sister. No, I died from poison. I can't finish this. I guess it's lost in random for the rest of the evening. I'm just at a limit of my skills. I hate to say it, but that's what it is. That's just the simple truth. This is lost in random. It is. Realms of the Haunting. That's the one I was thinking of. How did you know that? It still had a gun though. Can you really count it? I think we've discovered a genre which was never implemented, which is just a point and click adventure game, but in a semi 3D engine before polygons. I can understand why no one saw the point if the characters were still sprites. The bloobs are not what they seem. Tell me about it. Sometimes they're implants.
Look for people to trade with and sell their streets.
I can run fast in this. I've been wasting my. That's much better. That's a quality of life increase. How did I not know this until now?
Hello!
Is it a cyborg?
Wait a minute. I don't know you. I only sell potions to my regular customers. I don't give out my art willy-nilly. You're not from around here. You must feel...
It would be logical to give her a summary of it.
I was getting to that. It would be logical of me to give you a summary of the town you find yourself in.
Even though it has its not unsubstantial downsides.
By the card makers, I'm speaking, Jorid!
Split personality, though ours is more unfortunate. Jared and I don't agree on very much.
How do your elbows work?
Key question suggesting a logical mind. Everyone in Two Town is split, but it's not always the same way. I am fated to always...
We battle it out and it's a great system. As you can see, Jorid and I are in conflict a lot.
In that some of us don't want love because it's an illogical distraction. And some of... Also, we are at loggerheads over the direction of our business. But not for long. I am working on a potion to decide this once and for all. Yes, a potion to decide who is in charge. It will be the leader, one
Which will be me.
you misspoke. As anyone could clearly see that I am intended to be the one in charge. If you simply reason,
You know what? I have had it with your condescending and your precious logic.
an emotional and frankly embarrassing response, dare I say, cringe-worthy.
You two enjoy talking. I'm out of here. La 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 la, can't hear you.
We have a few moments of privacy. There is one thing. The potion item, one that will lock me out for good. It's logical, therefore, that I finish my potion first. So, if you'd be so kind as to... I can barely hear you with these fingers in my ears, but that sounded like a... Yes? I require 3 blues.
Bloobs.
Unremarkable loud screams. Listen for their sounds, and you'll find them. And don't worry about harvesting them for my experiments, my research, and don't worry about harvesting them for me. Think of them like little veg. Oh, and there's a mighty reward reward.
Mighty reward.
In conclusion, what I've said is highly intriguing, and if I were you, I would farewell.
He's gone, yeah. No, he's gone. We can talk in private. Listen, before you go, that potion that we're working on, I need ingredients first to finish it. Because as soon as he gets control again, perfect! Oh, perfect! Okay. Oh, and there's a reward in it for you. I know, it's so intriguing. If I were you.
Who do I side with? I don't really like either one of them. If they can both die, that'd be ideal. Is this Cellar Street? That is Cellar Street. So we need to upsell, I guess, trade items to until we get.
For sale. Who wants to buy a word? Here's one for free. Scissor
I already bought a word. I don't know who to trade it to.
Okay, have a nice
And depressing.
day.
And it's nighttime, you fucking idiot. Does this look like daytime to you?
That's a spiffy nice costume, kid.
Oldo Boink is the Star Wars name. These look like the most normal humans I've seen in a while. Why are there normal humans in this setting? Everything else is like a creature. It's like Smiling Friends, where there's normal humans, but there's also like Muppet critters.
Don't know what a double Gregor is? Forget it then, kid. But do come back if by any chance you happen to find one.
I need bloobs and Gubblegregors. I feel foolish even saying that. What do you think of Phantom Dust? Do you see what all the hubbub was about? It'd be superficial just to say it was beautiful. It was also a very innovative, interesting game with cool world building, fashionable character designs. Money, 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 money. Am I robbing people? How do I get? How does that? Where does that money come from? I send him into their houses, and he comes out with coins. Something about it's got to be illegal, or everyone will do it.
That is such a creative dice costume. No way, Ronaldo. Are you seeing this?
What's a dice?
Oh, cool dice costume, kid. Careful you don't.
Reused character model, I think.
Cool, dear. I don't know the dice described to you, kid, but that costume is dead on.
I don't really know what to do next.
Get your fresh rock straight out.
I'm good.
I got it.
What are you eating if you have to choose? Crispy Twigs or Shulk?
Not the one you wouldn't happen to have. A
Here we go.
word? Now that's interesting. I've never traded in words before. That is a
Oblectament.
beautiful word. Oblectament. I would like some oblectament, please. Yes, it is a good word, and that means it has value. Anything with value I can trade. Oh, this is going to be great! Let me compensate you for that word by giving you a Gubblegregor. in
Gubblegregor.
exchange. They're very futuristic. Perfect. We have a deal. Enjoy it, and be sure not to Gubblegreg too much on your first go. Great, kid.
All right, I have a Gubblegregor. Here it is. It's like a Plumbus.
Rock, get your fresh rock straight out of the tube.
I got words for sale here. Choice words. Please.
How do I get back up to the fella? I got there accidentally once.
The who wants to buy a word?
I'm quite fine. How does one live here? How does their society work? There's not enough in the way of world building. It's like a fairy tale village. I haven't seen any farms so far. I got a bloob. They just be vibing in various locations. I don't like the look of them, this Schleem, indeed. It's at least one of those. Up we go. To trade our fucking Gubblegregor for whatever stupid nonsense we get next. Do you see what I mean? No one is verified my vibes. I need my vibes verified. The writing feels Reddit in this, does it not? Where it's just kind of ring-a-ding whimsical, but nothing actually really comes together well in a coherent way.
Please, trade the Gubblegregor to me. I'm sure this skull I'm offering is invaluable. It must be. It's darned old. Thank you. Here, have this, fossilized skull, I think. Strangely four-sided. It must have come from some sort of ancient extinct animal. Big red, forget it, it's not important. But this has got to be the rarest thing in all of Two Town. Thanks, kid.
Alright, Elizabeth. Hey, that's a Dungeons and Dragons die. No dice war. Alright, so there's lore, there's a war in the past. To eliminate dice, that's why there's not very many left. To deprive people of the power to summon weapons, one assumes. I'm putting it together. Feels a lot like, I already said Psychonauts, but also Evil Twin, which I should stream at some point. Evil Twin was most certainly an inspiration for American McGee's Alice. It's a beautiful game, very stylish for the Dreamcast. Dreamcast had a lot of oddball gems on it, much like the OG Xbox. I guess that's because those are platforms where they commission games and that are experimental, that are new properties. Elizabeth. Is that Lisbeth? Who's Lisbeth? Rose Vito. Star Wars. Everyone's got a Star Wars name in this.
Get your pre-chewed food here.
Come along.
Food's not nice unless it's been chewed twice.
You ever been called useless and just kind of did a double take? Because why would I want to be used? When someone calls you useless, it really feels like they're telling on themselves. Like they want to use people. Why should I want to be of any utility to someone I don't like? I think maybe they're trying to communicate that you don't have any merits. If so, they're doing a poor job. Crispy Twigs are just pretzel sticks, aren't they? Isn't that kind of what those are? Like how almonds are edible wood. I think I need to go back until I have all the bloobs. It really sounds like boobs. You ever feel ashamed of yourself when you think about how much of your brain power goes to thinking about titties? When you could be thinking about much more constructive things?
Impossible. Let me see that. By the card makers themselves, this is a dice.
I die.
Oh, well, it was a dice.
I die.
Yes, you'll get his child. A formidable card, fit for a dice wielder. That sounds good. That's piqued your interest here. But before I give you this card, I want to say thank you, child. It's been so long since I've seen a dice, even one that's dead like this. That alarms you, doesn't it? Yes, dice can die. We found that out in the No Dice War.
Here we go.
It was a catastrophe. The Queen, child, decided that she should be the only one to wield the dice.
Gun control.
She waged war on them, and on those who'd wield them. And she did not show mercy in victory. When she found out there's still a dice, and still a wielder, well, she will be apoplectic.
Another good word.
She's not to be toyed with. What happened here, she will do to you and your friend. It's not a threat, little one. It's an observation, gleaned from hard-earned experience. Hypothetically speaking, that is. Ah, don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. As for this ball dice, I'm going to return it to where it belongs, to the sacred valley of the dice.
In there.
I suspected as much.
Why am I telling this to a stranger?
Remember the old ways, child. We must stay hidden, and we must stay silent. But we exist. The valley is hidden, far below Random, and far from the Queen's prime eye. It's a crypt, a land of the dead, forbidden to all but a few will remember. I wager you don't fully know what you travel with.
That's a woman?
Glad to hear it. I hope you are.
That's Elizabeth.
Goodbye, child. Take care, Random rules.
For her random rules. I got some coins. Did I get a card?
All this to-do-ness reminds me of Odd. I promise you, sister, I am coming for you.
Is she perhaps from Two Town originally because she has a twin?
As she looked up, Even began to realize that Two Town's name was easily twice as literal as she'd suspected. They seemed to be constructing a second town.
I've had enough of this job. Ouch. Okay. Huh?
He has seen some things.
Dice? Where did you come from, little one?
Let him go! That's right. You better smarten up and look where you're going, or I...
Well, you're very angry for someone so small.
I'm not small. You're a big, clumsy giant who goes around sitting on my friends.
Again, I apologize. It was an accident.
All right, apology accepted.
See more butts. I get it.
Thing is, I don't see too much of anything these days, and not since the nanny confiscated most of my eyes. Move them
I
for
beg your pardon?
Two-Town, she said. And Nanny Fortuna is the right hand of the queen, and has been for years. She's as mean as she is old. And let's just say she doesn't take kindly to people borrowing her super pricey mechanical spider wagon. Anyway, she gave my eyes to the mayor and he disappeared. I haven't heard any news about them since. Oh, it seems like we both have a reason not to like her. The Civil War and freedom, you know, tried to desert it. Got sentenced for treason. I wasn't doing anything.
Treason.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. Not enough about that. What's up with this? Dice! I haven't seen a real one in years. I see you're missing a couple of pips, little one, if you're gonna go anywhere. You are new, aren't you? The door to Three Towns forever locked. Keeps the district separate by order of the Queen. You'd need to roll a 3 to open it. And since nobody has a dice anymore, well, they stay closed. But your little friend's so close to 3.
Uwaka indeed.
I could fix you, but... I can't. Not unless I get my missing eyes back. Oh, if only a brave dice wielder would find it in her heart of glory to begin a quest to find and return my eyes. Oh, that's a good one. Listen, even if things were that easy, do you think we'd all be here? Heck no! We'd all be in Sixtown, living the high life, relaxing by whatever it is that Sixtowners relax by. A pool of gold, probably. Sadly, it's not that easy. Especially not since that nanny has given my eyes to that nightmare of a mayor. So, yeah, find my eyes? I'd definitely help you. So, help out old Seymour? Thank you, thank you. Be careful with that two-faced mayor. Okay, if you need me, I'll be over at the town square, near the door to freedom.
Even decided that she felt a kinship with this sad, large monster. He'd been hurt by the same people who took her sister. She had the sense she was the only one who could help him. And she had the sense Seymour could end up helping her too.
Alright, so I need to go to the mayor and get a pair of eyeballs. I don't think it works that way. I don't think you can just plop them back in there. It's a little fella! I love him! Just a little goblin feller of some description. I'm stuck. Oh shit. There we go. That's one large lad.
Well met, even. I am the mayor. Well, one of them at least.
At last, even had arrived at the mayor of Two-Town, the administrator of this land, the alleged thief of Seymour's eyes. Or at least, even had arrived at his lower extremities.
Lower
Brings you to
extremities.
my office today?
I misunderstood what that shadow was.
Your blind, mister, with your swollen eyes. Buying a twister or some colon dye?
The first one was the better one.
Grind your... Why don't you take the elevator and step into my office, even? It'll be easier to talk.
I want to climb your nutsack.
downtown.
Beautiful. Everyone is Cockney. Truly the worst hell.
Yes, hello. Step into my office, such as it is. Don't mind the thing sticking out of my hat. He's... how best to explain this? I had a lot on my mind about this upside downtown project. It was starting to get out of hand, and then one day he was just there.
I've always been here.
Right. We'd better keep our voices down even, if we are to keep this conversation away from his ears. I'm sure you noticed the changes here even. Our personalities becoming personified now.
Persona.
That's what Royan is. He's growing out of my hat, and I don't know
It's like
how to stop
Fooly
him.
Cooly.
I don't know how to fix this town even, and I don't know why I'm telling you this.
Bad writing.
Oh, I suppose you just have a face one can trust.
I'm the
In any
only
case,
normally
what
looking
brings
human.
you to the mayor
That's not
today?
true. There's a couple.
What's that, little girl? You want to know how our first past the post democratic system works? Why, I'd be happy to explain it in tremendous detail beginning now. Okay, I think that warded him off. That thing growing out of my hat has a name. Royan.
It's Mayor.
What? Oh, I never thought of that. Anyway, Royan is my opposite side.
Looks like Abe Lincoln.
He's much more self-assured than I am, which normally would be great. But the things he's doing, I don't know if I can support them. Because he serves the Nanny Fortuna. We both do. Whatever she wants, he's ready to do. And therefore he deserves to be listened to.
It
He's
rhymes.
my opposite. But at the end of the day, that's the grand thing about Two-Town, isn't it? Everyone's got their other half. It's just like breathing to us.
What's Three Town gonna be like?
Mostly like breathing. I'm afraid not even. Despite my title, I'm in no position to help you. But well, if you dared, you could try talking to Royan directly. I shouldn't even be mentioning his name. But, well, you need my help. This is all I can do. I suspect he knows more than he lets on. I'm lowering an elevator for you. It's your choice. And good luck.
I don't think I have a choice. I think this is a linear, story-based game. So I probably can't actually ignore this. I probably have to do it. I hope that's what AI does for gaming, is that it is able to propagate and populate storylines in real time, depending on what you choose. Like in that one episode of Lower Decks.
And I'm in charge. You know I'm the boss because I'm so... I was about to say that. That's my rhyme. You're very rude to point out my struggle. As mayor, I've got lots of priorities to... Stop interrupting me. I almost had it. Ah! Him, the mayor. Don't make me laugh. He's less than the smallest member of my... Yes, I was about to say that. You have met but an idiotic fool. I'm surprised he's not covered in his own...
Drool?
Look, you've broken my flow and made me stop rhyming. I'm busy with the construction of my masterpiece, my legacy, my gift to random of that wondrous second moon. What do you want? Why should I deal with you? I am the designer, builder, overseer of the new Two Town. The better one. Much better than the one that idiot mayor oversees. You want your friend's eyes back, don't you? Good. Very good. There's something you need to know. Here's how this is going to go. There, you see? I'm struggling with my poem about the moon, and I'd like to have it done really quickly. You know what? That gives... you wish. But that's not competently. Here's my offer. Take it or leave. Bring me a perfect... you are good. Yes, that's the deal we have struck. Go find rhymes. I'll think of it and get to it before I change my mind. Parallel to... Farewell, young stranger, and a cook. I wasn't...
I don't know about that. Can I...
It was a mad quest for an insane, upside-down mayor. But it was all even had to go on. There was some particular propaganda posters hanging on the walls. Perhaps those could be of inspiration.
Here we go.
What are you doing here? This is an active construction site.
That's a copy-pasted model.
It doesn't matter what. Look, we're all under a tight schedule here. I can't. Come on, get going before my other side pitches in on what to do about you.
My workers...
Oh, is that just the other half of Lisbeth, maybe?
If you ask me, I think that's great.
There's a movie like this, where there's a upside-down world
What do you have?
above ours, and their gravity works the other way.
Construction is on schedule. Of course it is. I'm the best there is in this construction line of employment.
What is this? Oh, I see. Get in there, steal from me. Steal from me!
They said it wasn't possible. They said it was a lie. Meet Miss Mystique from Pepper's Wild Circus, the woman with 3 personalities.
It doesn't quite work.
Miss? I could use that word.
It's just a fetch quest.
Doing according to
A good night's sleep is every
Actually,
evening's
am
prize.
Charles
Sleep twice as well when you wear sleeping eyes. Sleeping eyes. I like the sound of that.
I was wondering where to find them. I guess that's not a... This is a solved problem now. Is that a robot? What is that? Why is that there? I've seen 2 of those now, and I don't know what they're for.
Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built everything.
Uh-oh. I'm stuck. It's got a pretty good combat loop. Imagine I throw him off a cliff and that's just the end of the game. This one. I really need a roll button. Most of it falls off the edge. That's not fair. It's a bit repetitive. That's a bit many. Now that's a weapon. It's pretty much just a grind to not die. It's challenging. It's a little bit repetitive. Who's no bully dicey? Look at. Alright, let's try. Not of any use to me, sadly. How many of these are there going to be? They're really burdensome to fight. Finally, Jesus.
Oh my Christ! I was pinned down by those vile machines. Now they're scrapped. So thank you. The name's Big Red. Even, huh?
Now we're even
Well,
too.
you're big even to me now. Big's an honorific, you know.
I don't know
Big
that.
Red, Big Even. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. What brings you up here to this horrible place, Big Even? Afraid I can't help with either of those, but I got a life here. Precious little life. It's mine. Now that I can move freely again, I think I'm gonna head back down to Two Town. See, I have this brother named the Little Joe. That's him. Looks just like me, only he's a jerk. Well, he was going to work up here, but I got sent here instead. He made some sort of deal. Little Joe tricked me. His own twin sister.
You're
So now
female?
he's down there, and I'm stuck up here, and I hate every minute of it. Oh, I was, for sure. And I was of two minds about it for a long time. But now I'm just tired. I know what he did was wrong, and I know he knows it too. He probably feels really guilty about it. But I don't want revenge. I just want to leave. I just want to go home. And now I can. Thank you. You've really made a difference in my life, Big Even. Oh, please, take this. It's my way of saying thanks. I'm finally free.
Hooray? Alright, I got.
Listen to crooner Harry Harry's new double-length record, inspired by the new moon of Two Town. It's twice as good as his last album, Croon. That's a nice poetic word.
Alright, we have everything, I think. Miss, Sleepy Eyes, and Croon.
We'll build my city in the sky. You all don't be shy.
Oh, there's more.
A feast for the senses, a balm for the body, a spiritual bouquet. You simply have to try Crazy Cryptid's chopped cheese blue. Now half price every second Tuesday. Huh. Spiritual bouquet. It's a nice turn of phrase.
Is it though?
Yeah. Even had all the materials she needed to face Royum in a battle of rock.
Oh, these are collectibles.
Did she have the skill? There was only one way to find out.
I'm back where I started. How do I get back to Royum? This is the quality of writing that gets its own game. I actually kind of do. Perhaps I should go and before I fight him. I sense combat.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old.
Link attack. I don't have blink dodge yet. We already have that. Oh, little cat. Little cat. Now's not the time to wrap yourself around my leg. Well, if you yell at me, I will pick you up. I'm ill prepared to resist my little Torbington's yowls.
She wasn't sure if she was ready, but on the other hand, she wasn't at all certain she'd ever be. So she did the only thing she could. She went for it.
This is it, Ethan. It all comes down to this. If you come at me with a moon poem, you better not.
Yes, he said gaily.
We shall pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from two towns. Yes, ooh, I like that very much. Let's proceed. And we shall be made minions of the moon, who look forward to everything the mayor doth. Yes, there's no rule that says a poem can't talk up the poet, son. Well done. Now, last verse. And we shall always swear by the two moons, for they change each day. The upside down town is the only place that offers such perfect rhymes for a perfect moon. I think I have it, yes. Well done, little poet. You have earned yourself quite a boon. Oh, I am constantly growing, building my body to become a real being. Poetry, on the other hand, this is what will truly separate me from my shallow other side. Oh, but of course, I promise you I will dig into that matter. Meanwhile, I want to give you something else. The highest honor in this land. I grant you access to the second moon staging ground.
It's a fight, isn't it?
You have ever had the
It's a
good
fight,
fortune
isn't
to
it?
tread on that hallowed ground. Go there, admire it, and then I will give you what you seek.
It's gonna be a fight. This is an arena fight. Mark my motherfucking
My
words.
workers are building at a terrific rate. If you ask me, I think that's great. It's nice to see them finally pulling their body mass, metaphorically.
Well, there's at least characterization.
Beautiful, I guess, in its own sort of strange way.
Yep, that's why they sell you cards before. Because you're about to get in a fight. Yeah, guess I'll just leave it.
So this was the famed second moon, Mayor Royam's masterpiece. It was actually kind of a trap.
What'd I tell you? What'd I fucking tell you? Witness my powers of prophecy.
Roll your dice and lead the playing piece into the structure of the wrong second moon. That can't be right.
It's gonna be a while. Ooh, this is elaborate.
The playing piece is blocked by an adversary. Destroy the adversary to advance.
Oh, it hurts me too. That's not optimal. That card sucks. What the fuck, man? It hurts me more than the enemy. There we go.
New opening has been opened.
This is kind of cool, the combination board game. It feels very... I know I'm repeating myself. It feels very much like a single Psychonauts level stretched out into a game.
The playing piece is blocked by an adversary. Destroy the adversary to advance.
I choose you, Dicey.
The playing piece is blocked by an adversary. Defeat the adversary to advance.
I got a new weapon. If I do this. Fucking more Tim Burton movie music. That's Danny Elfman is who I'm looking for. Oh fuck. I made that pointless. Now we're gonna fucking wallop some ass.
The blocking adversary has been defeated. The playing piece can now advance.
That is by far the best weapon.
Incoming bombers.
Ow.
Oops, my bad. Mind went to a dark place there. This is what actually happened.
If it's saving my game there, I think I'm going to quit a little early. Because this is a huge section of the game, apparently, and I don't feel up to it tonight. I think we're going to continue Lost in Random, though, because I've hit a wall in Phantom Dust. I need to practice off camera until I'm good enough to advance and not waste your time. Thank you all for joining me. We had a grand old time. Get at me again on, I think, Friday. Yep, Friday. Same time, same ham channel at 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time, 11 o'clock p.m. West Coast time. This is your friendly neighborhood hen that's signing up for turning you to your regularly scheduled raid. Who's it going to be? Short Talk. Quados. Multiple Quado. I know they're plural. I feel like Quado is already plural. Like sheep.